Hey, what is up, everybody? Chase here once again with my buddy Alan. We're here to talk about WWE Summerslam, the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam 2013. And remember, kids, school's coming up for you. And make sure you guys get your John Cena backpacks, your Randy Orton pencils, and all that other good stuff on WWEshop.com. I mean, as it's shown on WWE commercials, John Cena buys his shirts from WWEshop.com. I don't understand that. That's ridiculous to me. But make sure you guys buy all that good stuff for school. Personally, I can't wear WWE stuff at college. Well, they don't care, college kids, but still, it's kind of weird. Alan, how's it going? Are you excited for your school semester to start up again?
Oh, I've been taking a summer class, so same shit.
No, same shit. So, yeah,
I take a Spanish trip to school sometimes. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's nice.
But yeah, SummerSlam, man. I just want to say for a record, I haven't been this excited for pay-per-view probably since Survivor Series of 2011. That's only because I went to Survivor Series. That was at the Garden, and The Rock came back that night, and Punk beat Del Rio. That night was just insane. Ever since then, most of the pay-per-views have kind of flopped. So
I don't know. WrestleMania 28 was kind of exciting in a way.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like half and half. Some pay-per-views.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
But no pay-per-view has really blown me away, except maybe Extreme Rules last year. That was pretty sick. But to me, this SummerSlam card, oh my god, I couldn't be more excited. They actually really are doing a good job at this.
Yeah, this is like, I'm upset that I'm not going to this show. It's like, I'm very upset. I was like, if I didn't have school the next morning, I would fucking go. But I'm going to order the pay-per-view regardless. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to order the pay-per-view. It's worth purchase. If you guys are wrestling fans, support this pay-per-view. It has everything you want as a wrestling fan. A lot of great feuds, storylines, matches. There's some matches on here where some fans are going to criticize them no matter what. But in all honesty, they're there to space out the card a little bit, because you need to space out, because there's a lot of great matches on this card that you have to space out. You can't get the fans too excited 100% fully. So let's get started talking about the pre-show, or do you want to talk about Henry and Show, what they could be doing on this show? We're filming this on Tuesday, folks, so SmackDown spoilers are not out yet, but when they are out, you're going to see our thoughts about that. You're going to hear what we think of. What do you think Henry and Show is going to do? Do you think they're going to go for the tag team belts?
That sounds right, because you look at what Show did. My question is that I know Show wasn't medically cleared or something, but you saw what he did on Raw yesterday, how he returned, but he didn't do anything contact. You think maybe they could have done it last week to hype this up a little bit, build an actual storyline around it. I just don't get why he returned yesterday, and they were worried about him competing, because he came back yesterday and just stood there. He couldn't have done that the week before to build the storyline, maybe. So I don't know. They probably are going to do something on SmackDown, but it seems like a clusterfuck. But I hope it happens.
Yeah, I hope it happens too. I think the reason why they didn't bring Show back is because they were already overrunning from what they were doing. Like last week, if you saw last week, it was just crazy what all the stuff that they had to fill in there. So they were kind of overrunning on that, because Paul Heyman and CM Punk segments are like 30 minutes apiece. You got to get that Vince McMahon 20-minute segment. You got to get that Cena 10-minute segment. You got Daniel Bryan and Vince McMahon talking for 30 minutes in that ring. All those segments overrun. So it was just like, they couldn't fit Big Show in that show. So they managed to barely fit Big Show into this show. But I like that idea of the tag team match. I think it would be good for the Shield if they can get a win over Mark Henry and the Big Show. But also, if they don't do that tag team match, what I can see them doing is at the pre-kickoff show, they just put RVD, Big Show, and Mark Henry face off against the Shield to kick off the pay-per-view. That's what I also see happening with either Big Show or Mark Henry if they don't get the tag team match.
Yeah, I remember, what was it, a few years ago. Remember how SummerSlam started off? It was kind of predictable. You had the Miz come out, and they had like that 6-man tag. I think it was like Miz, Del Rio, and Truth against Kofi, Ray, and John Morrison. Man, that's random. But yeah, so I guess they didn't set it up properly, but they could just throw it on there, and people will be excited. Big Show got a nice pop yesterday. He looked really good. We both don't really care for him. We haven't cared for him in a while. But props to Big Show for getting back in shape, because to me, he looked very he's always been big, but to me, he looked always winded in the match. Like, I remember Mania when, he was in that 6-man with the Shield. He just looked so winded. He was barely in the match. So I don't know. He looks to be in much better shape, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with them. I hope they do something good. And speaking of The Miz, you mentioned The Miz. How do you feel about The Miz being the host of SummerSlam? Like,
I'm one of those people, man, that I don't find. I know the internet loves to poke fun the Miz. They love to rip on him. I'm not one of those people. I've always liked the Miz, and the guy really worked his ass off to be where he is. Has his baby's face run flop? Absolutely, nobody could deny that.
yeah,
And
it's terrible.
the whole host thing, yeah, it's kind of lame, but just give him a role, I guess. Personally, I wish he was involved with something more, but the guy's stale at this point. He's kind of run his course as a face. Maybe they'll do something big with him in the fall when we don't have all the stars here. Guys are going to take time off. Obviously, Brock won't be around, and who knows? Maybe Cena won't be around if you read the internet reports today. But
Cena will be.
Do whatever.
We will talk more about that because I've read those, but I always say, ha ha, funny. Cena injured? Hell no, he ain't missing no Raws. So,
he'll be back 18 hours later.
Because like The Miz would be a perfect person that you can feud with Punk after this feud with Brock Lesnar. He's a perfect person to feud with Daniel Bryan if he is WWE champion in the middle of fall. If you have no one for Bryan, he's a perfect person to. He's a good filler person for a feud. So I really feel like The Miz should be pushed more and should be used more instead of he's excelled in his in-ring work to me, and I feel like The Miz he can do much better as a heel, especially if he's going to adopt the finger four leg lock. I feel like he can play a great young version of. He won't be as Ric Flair-ish, but he can play a great. He's one of the best heels in this generation of wrestling. I feel like he's one of the best, and I feel like he needs to get up there more. I feel I just like Miz's work in general. I'm with you. I feel bad for the guy. I hope he gets the push in the near future to IC or even World Heavyweight title crown. I think he could do wonders in either division.
I just think creative messed him up, man. I think they prolonged his face turn too long. Like, to me, he should have turned face much earlier, especially because think about it. They turned him face when the crowd really started not caring about when he lost. He lost for a few months in a row. He came back, and I know he got the IC title, but at that point, people were still skeptical of him. They should have turned him face, say, early 2012 when he was still hot.
Yeah. And the thing is, Miz, I've said this before many times on the show, Miz is a guy that is a perfect role model for the WWE. He's perfect for the company. He's great at being a spokesperson. He's a good-looking guy. Women love him. Men hate him. Kids look up to him. He's a perfect type of guy that you want, sponsoring your company and doing all this stuff for it. And I just find it ridiculous that he's just the host of SummerSlam. Odds end that we will hear at least one Dwight Howard joke at SummerSlam. they always mention the Lakers somehow at every SummerSlam in LA.
Yeah, oh wait, no, Ron Artest got cut. He won't be. Remember when Ron was there?
Yeah, for 2011 SummerSlam, and
that was hilarious.
And R-Truth's like, "Who you looking at, crazy?" And then later on, his daughter's like, "Daddy, who's little Jimmy? Who knows?" And then he looked up at the stands. Yeah, Artest was there. Like, they always do something with the Lakers. Do you think we're going to hear one Dwight Howard joke at least?
Maybe Miz will call somebody soft. Maybe that guy's softer than Pau Gasol. But that would probably get him heat. So maybe he wouldn't want that. Yeah, I can see Dwight.
Yeah, because they always have to bring up the Lakers or maybe even the Clippers. Do you think there's going to be any Hollywood appearances? Do you think we're going to see at least one or two Hollywood star cameos? Because they always...
Maybe the crowd, you have your Maria Menounos and...
Adam Sandler's of the world.
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
Because it's in the
event, man. People like to, discount it, but they really hype it up, knowing that it's in LA every year, too.
Yeah, because it's a big place. TMZ is going to be all over this place because they have nothing better to do because they're fucking losers working down there. But yeah, it's a big spectacle for LA is a nice place to be during the summertime. I ain't going to deny that. I just find it overrated living here for so many years. But yeah, it's a nice place for summertime, great place for vacation. I just hate the date that it's on. Like, fuck off. Like, why couldn't it just be on a date where I don't have to wake up for school? All right, let's talk about the pre-show. Dean Ambrose versus Rob Van Dam. This role pretty much was for Rey Mysterio to be in, but Rey is still tendering his left knee. So Rob Van Dam's here. I like this match. I think it's going to be a good match. I like the pre-show concept, and I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, why is Ambrose on the pre-show?" And this is my defense to the kickoff show, pre-show, whatever you want to call it. Why titles are dependent on there? Because if you've ever been to a pay-per-view live event, no one is in the fucking arena for the dark match. People don't show up to that arena until 6 o'clock. Okay, people do not like. I swear to God, for SummerSlam, no one was in the arena for Dolph Ziggler and Alex Riley. No one. No one even cared about that. But what I feel they did a great job is with the kickoff show, you get more people in the arena. I mean, look at how many people in Chicago were there for the Money in the Bank kickoff show. There was a hot crowd for the tag team match that was on the free show. And that tag team match may have incented people saying, that was a good match. I wonder if all the other matches are going to be like this. I'm going to order Money in the Bank. I personally love they use title matches on the kickoff show because they do a good job telling the story anyways, and it gets more people into the live crowd early instead of people showing up late. And WWE doesn't want people showing up late. They want people there for the whole show. So, in all honesty, I really like what they did here with the I defend it. I defend putting the titles on the line if you need to draw more people to get to the shows early because it works.
That is a very excellent point. And another thing I noticed, they did they do Sheamus and Sandow paybacks for the pre-show. That is a great point that they want to get people in there early and they want people to get excited. Plus, I think they want to give RVD time and Ambrose, of course, to have a good match, to go 12, 15 minutes. Because who knows, some of these matches might get cut off short. They might as well throw the Total Divas crap. Do it 3 minutes on the pay-per-view, but they want to make sure RVD and Ambrose get their time. I can understand. For a personal point of view, I always manage to miss the pre-show, and I'm definitely going to miss it this year because I have a fantasy draft. So I actually might miss the first half hour of SummerSlam, believe it or not, so which sucks. But from a personal point of view, I hate it, but I do understand the marketing of it and ship thanks to the match as well.
Yeah, it's a good match. I personally I understand. I totally understand people's points where they say it devalues the title, but to me, it's just it just gets fans more excited to go there early. It feels like you're getting an extra hour or extra 30 minutes of the pay-per-view that you wouldn't be getting. Because with the dark matches, what was the dark match for Survivor Series for you? Do you remember?
The concept. Oh, wait, no, the concept. The pre-show concept wasn't around then, but to my memory, it was Santino against, I think, Jinder Mahal.
Oh, God. That's terrible.
Believe it or not, during that match, I went to go look for, who he is, Justin. Remember PW?
Yeah. I remember Justin.
Yeah, I went to go look for him during the half hour. So no, I didn't see it. I came back just to make sure I could boo Michael Cole in time. But the 7:59 mark hit.
I came back just to boo Michael Cole in time. Perfect. But this match, I think it's going to be a good match. I think both Ambrose and RVD are going to do a good job. RVD, we've said it. He's been looking good since coming back to WWE. I mean, everyone's like, oh, RVD's washed up. He sucked in TNA. He's not going to do good. And here, he looks like 2004 RVD to me. He looks pretty damn good. I mean, not like 2002 RVD, but definitely like a 2004 through 06 RVD. He looks very good in the ring. He hasn't put on a boring match to me. I felt he's done very good job. I think he's going to do a good job with Ambrose. This is going to be a good U.S. title match. Ambrose will retain somehow. Ambrose is going to be U.S. champion, but I wouldn't be surprised if RVD won by DQ or if he lost in a dirty method, because you still got to keep RVD kind of not losing matches cleanly for some reason. You still need to keep him, very safe. If this was Rey Mysterio, yeah, Ambrose would win clean, but this is Rob Van Dam, so.
That's a good point, and yeah, and RVD's supposed to be leaving against him, which is fine, and yeah, he's probably not going to. I just hope they start using Ambrose more because he, just like the show in general, they're becoming the forgotten stable around thing. But it's like Roman Reigns, when you see him, you can't miss him. I still think he's very much featured and spotlighted, but Rollins and Ambrose, they're kind of becoming forgotten, which is very unfortunate.
Yeah, because they're all three of them are good workers. They're good entertainment. The Shield, I made a video in fucking May saying they're the best thing in pro wrestling, and now I feel like an idiot making that video because they haven't done shit since winning the titles. I mean, the WWE.
I'm not a big Rollins. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not a big Rollins fan either.
Yeah, I think he's talented, but I can't see this guy being a main eventer someday.
No, Alan,
I think he'll be a very good high flying babyface, but when he talks, it's just
Alan, You better say push Cesaro now because these motherfuckers are going to be typing in the keyboard
No,
saying, "How dare you insult Tyler Black?"
I'm not gonna say push Cesaro. I'm gonna say Dean Ambrose is amazing. I'm totally with everyone on Dean Ambrose. This guy is star right over.
I do agree with Dean Ambrose. I always said this. Dean Ambrose is a lock of being a star. He's going to become a world heavyweight champion. Roman Reigns is more of like the test subject. Like you don't know what you're going to get from Roman Reigns. You know, he's one of those guys that you allow to win the Royal Rumble just to see how he does in the build up to WrestleMania. And if he does phenomenal, you give him the world strap. Seth Rollins is more, I feel like, I know a lot of people say, don't compare him to this fucker, but I am, because he is very comparable to this fucker. Jeff Hardy, he's just like a Jeff Hardy. He's going to be high-flying. People are going to love his high-flying. Everyone's going to say, push Seth Rollins, just like every motherfucker in 2008, or hell, even 2007 through 2011, we're saying, push Jeff Hardy for the world title. That's going to be Seth Rollins. That's going to be Seth Rollins, to me. And I don't disagree with that. People who get butthurt because I'm comparing Seth Rollins to Jeff Hardy, get over it, because it's true. He has every type of moveset that Jeff Hardy has. He has everything that... He has bad mic work, comparable to Jeff Hardy. He's a great high flyer, comparable to Jeff Hardy. He's going to be someone that's going to be a great dance partner with almost everyone he faces, comparable to Jeff Hardy. He will be one of those guys that wins the world title maybe once or twice in his career, but not have long reigns similar to Jeff Hardy. He is pretty much a Jeff Hardy clone. And if you people deny it, it's okay. I understand.
Wait, hold on. My question is, how is that like negative? Isn't that a compliment? Do people realize that Jeff Hardy was once upon a time one of the hottest guys?
They think it's a negative because they think we're comparing him.
Two-face, I think.
They think we're comparing him to druggy Jeff Hardy. I'm not comparing him to druggy Jeff Hardy. I'm comparing him to Matt Hardy. I'm comparing him to fucking the Jeff Hardy that was hot. I think it's a compliment, but people still freak out over it. I don't know why. It's very comparable, but he's a guy that will win. Like Rollins is more like in 5 years from now, you'll be like, okay, give this guy the world strap because he's hot. You know, he's going to be like that guy. So... but Ambrose and Reigns, like Reigns is a test subject still. I mean, he has a great heritage. Like I didn't know this guy was Samoan. I didn't know Roman Reigns was Samoan.
Roman Reigns, that's who it's called. But for people that don't like the comparison, we're saying Jeff, not Matt. If you're saying Matt Hardy, all right, that's kind of a slap.
Yeah, that is a slap in the face because I feel bad for Matt Hardy because I did like how Matt Hardy would get pushes, but the problem was like it would either be an injury or a real life personal thing that would hold him back, which really sucked.
Or being out of shape, that doesn't help either.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Ambrose should go over. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, he's gonna keep the belt. Total Divas action. Natalia's taking on Brie Bella. And did you watch Raw yet?
I heard. Yeah, I did watch Raw. I did fast forward through a match, but then people were saying there was a huge botch. And then I did watch, and then yeah, the ref. I don't know. You should be worried about his job.
Hornswoggle, she's tapping. She's tapping. Like even when the Hornswoggle has to scream at you, you know you fucked up.
Lanks is gonna eat him alive.
Natalia and Brie Bella. Really, to be honest, I feel like this is going to be a match. Brie Bella wins in 3 minutes. Eva Marie is going to cost Natalia the match, and it's going to lead to a Eva Marie and Natalia Divas side feud. At least they're trying with the Divas division. I'll give them credit there. They're trying.
Yeah, I guess. You know what? This match would be the perfect thing to, I would soon separate one of the big matches, whether you want to separate, Del Rio Christian from, Bryan Cena or Punk Lesnar. Like, this is the match you put for fans to take a break after going crazy for a match. You know what I mean?
After going crazy for a Lesnar and Punk or Cena and Bryan, like, I don't know which match deserves the main event more. It's really hard to decide which between Punk and Lesnar and Cena and Bryan. We can talk about that later. Deserves the main event more, but this is the potty break match. I feel bad because Natalya is a great worker and shit, but it is a potty break match. Let's just face it. Probably your second potty break match of the night. Poor Dolph Ziggler has to team up with Caitlyn and take on Big E Langston and AJ Lee. Holy shit! What is this?
This seems like a big clusterfuck. It just amazes me, man. It amazes me that Caitlyn's still on television. It's like, don't they get it? She's missing something. I don't know. It's hard to get over. I get it. It's very hard to get over, especially as a diva. But she hasn't improved. To me, she's kind of like David Otunga in a way. And at least David Otunga is somewhat funny, but in ring works the same. You would think she would improve based on all the house shows she works and stuff, but I don't know. And Dolph, yeah, I know Dolph, he's going to have his time eventually, but I feel like that's such a repetitive thing to say at this point. To me, they're using Dolph to help Big E get over. It's like, don't you want to use like a veteran to get him over? Like,
Dolph Ziggler at this point, he's technically is a veteran. He's technically considered a veteran. I mean, he's been around.
But the guy's, what, 30, 31?
Yeah. I feel bad for Ziggler because it's like, okay, let's just face it. Ziggler sucks as a fucking heel. As a face, he can't get a consistent reaction. I mean, okay, if you put him in
33, shit, I had no idea.
Ziggler, yeah, I thought he was like a little bit older. But Ziggler, if you think about it, okay, only in Chicago, Philadelphia, all those cities that are big wrestling marks, that's when you're going to hear the crowd go, yeah, Ziggler! But you take him to a Los Angeles, and I've been in Los Angeles crowds, motherfucker won't be as cheered as Alberto Del Rio. I don't care what anyone says, Del Rio is going to be cheered at fucking SummerSlam. That motherfucker got cheered when that dude's music hit. Everyone was going crazy for this motherfucker. He had the second loudest reaction next to, I want to say Punk had the loudest at SummerSlam 2011, but Del Rio had the second loudest reaction. Del Rio will be cheered more than Ziggler at SummerSlam, mark my fucking words. Ziggler, he's just not consistent enough to push to the main event. I'm sorry. And the dude's mic work is just, oh, God. Someone teach him how to cut a promo. Cena, teach him. Because people
he has personality, though. I get it, he has to put together, but the guy has personality. But
yeah, but where's that personality when he cuts promos? It's just like it disappears.
Yeah, it's a shame. I just think this whole situation is kind of a mess. So I don't know. I hope he gets it together. He's on SmackDown, and they don't have a lot of people to push. So I think he's gonna do something eventually. But yeah, this has mess written all over. But I do think the babyface team will win. Maybe give Dolph a win here. He couldn't really need it, by the way. Like, to me, he kind of needs this win.
I don't think they're going to give them a win. I think Big E and AJ is going to win this match, sadly. I would love to see Dolph Ziggler win, but I think Big E and Langston and AJ Lee are going to win.
I feel a lot of heels are going to win on this card. To me, this would be like the feel-good win, So, who knows? This is down the wire, but like I said, not many people are really interested. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be... I think this is going to be... I think this might be the match that will surprise us. I think this could be the surprise match. The match that's like, oh, this is actually pretty good. Like, people weren't expecting it to be good. I think this is going to be the match that surprises us. But I'm predicting Big E, Langston, and AJ to win this match. I just don't know. I think they might give the heels the win here. Let's see. Ring of Fire. Kane versus Bray Wyatt. This match is fucking exciting. And all these people that say this match sucks because it's not an Inferno match, fuck you. Okay, first of all, WWE does not want to risk losing Kane or Bray Wyatt in this situation, okay? They just lost Sheamus. They might be losing Cena. We don't know yet. Brock Lesnar's going to be leaving soon. You can't lose Kane and Bray Wyatt just because you want to see them burn on fire. I mean, look at what happened to MVP. I always say this. MVP had third-degree burns, and he was wasted for 3 months. Having to do tag matches that did not evolve his personality. And people were saying the dude couldn't wrestle. Everyone's like, MVP sucks. The dude can't fucking wrestle. You try to wrestle with third-degree burns and see how that fucking works out. It sucks. It's not going to work well. And MVP, he was held back for a little bit in those 3 months after he got burned on fire by Kane. And when we saw that Benoit match, everyone was like, Benoit carried MVP. No, MVP fucking wrestled good because he's good. I understand people want to see fire happen. I get it. You want to see shit set on fire. Go watch 1997 if you want to see that shit. Okay? This is just cool enough that we get to see fire surround the fucking ring and these guys are going to wrestle in it. I find that cool enough. I don't need to see someone burn on fire, in my personal opinion. I don't need to see it. I'm fine. With it.
It's a cool, spectacle in itself. I personally don't care about the whole burning thing, and I don't know. I think kayfabe's dead. Unfortunately, that's how it is nowadays. Yeah. But I just think this is my thing with internet fans in general, and we're both internet fans, obviously. But I just think some people in general just always have to look at a match and say, "Oh, it's all about the in-ring work." Sometimes it's just not about that. It's about seeing certain spots, certain facial expressions, and seeing these two guys really beat each other
Yeah,
up.
this is gonna be a
And so
good match.
this isn't supposed to be some technical thing. People are like, oh, all Inferno matches are always shitty. It's like, well, what, that's what it is. That's a spectacle. It's a different thing. What's what other like gimmick matches usually like a lumberjack match is usually pretty shitty.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But the thing is, the thrill of it is that somebody could come in. There's gonna be some huge brawl, or somebody's gonna interfere. With this, it's not somebody's gonna be on fire. All gimmick matches have some kind of reward in the end. So I have no problem with it for a match. I don't personally care about someone getting fired. It's whatever it's made by. I'm looking forward to seeing Bray Wyatt. But I've been high on him for years now. I was one of the few people that actually liked Husky Harris. So his name was stupid. I'm not gonna lie, but I always thought he had talent.
I liked what he did in the Royal Rumble match when he was protecting
Yeah.
CM Punk. I thought he did good there.
Yeah, the fact that they sent him down because of his weight, it's like, look at Brodus Clay. Like, you're telling me he's not overweight, but you're gonna put Bray Wyatt down, or Husky Harris at his time. You're gonna send him down because he's a little flabby. It's like, okay, whatever. That makes zero sense. But it benefited him in the end. I don't know if he could have recovered from Husky Harris if he stayed on TV, 6 months longer. He went down to developmental and he started killing it. So good for him.
Yeah, and I'm excited for this match. I think it's going to be one of the highlights of the show. I will agree with some fans that say this match could disappoint. I do feel that this match could disappoint, but I highly doubt it because I think Kane, he knows how to work a match like this. I feel Bray Wyatt's a perfect character for him. They're doing good shit with the Wyatt family with this Ring of Fire match, and Bray Wyatt should win this match. I kind of lean that they might let Kane win, but Bray Wyatt should win this match and then go on to bigger and better fish. And this is why I don't believe the reports of John Cena is going to be missing time. I feel Bray Wyatt's going to fry a Mr. Cena next. So I feel that he's going to go on to a bigger fish after this Kane feud. Do you agree with that? With Bray Wyatt, he might go on to a bigger fish, or do you think he's going to stick feuding with Kane till Hell in a Cell?
Well, I don't know what they're going to do with the whole see no evil tooth thing. That's another thing you have to consider.
Oh, that's true.
Kane is going to be a part of that.
Well, because Randy Orton was able to do his shows and do 12 rounds too.
That is true. But again, Kane's old and he's.
Oh, yeah, and also he has all that politician stuff that he does. So yeah, I forgot. Parts Unknown is a.
Sorry. Politics.
Yeah, he's into politics. Parts Unknown is most likely Tennessee now. People. That's where Kane's from. I did not know that until like this year. I'm like, Kane's from Tennessee.
I know, that's a random state, man. I bet TNA is going to try to contact him. Come to our national headquarters.
Come to the national headquarters, Kane, when you retire. No, I'm just going to enjoy Titans games and the Predators every day and running for politics.
But I do think Kane would you're talking about Wyatt and Cena. Who knows, man? I think Cena loses. I think it's something he's going to be a part of the main event for Night Champions. I think even if he somehow loses the title, they're going to give him at least one more match. So who knows? That maybe if the Wyatt family attacks him and then maybe Cena comes back to the Royal Rumble, they do something. Who knows? But that's unpredictable. I would love to see it happen, but I couldn't give you a fair prediction on that.
Yeah.
Wyatt family could go after anybody at this point. Anybody that's relevant, I should say.
I agree. They will feud with anyone relevant. So, but Bray Wyatt's winning this match, correct?
Yeah. Kane, man, he's always been underrated, and he always wants to put the young guys over. To me, it's like if you don't respect Kane, not as just a person, as a performer,
I mean,
you don't have a clue. Because he to me, Kane's always been awesome. He's always been quiet. Yes, he's gone stale. With the whole when he was unmasked, he got kind of stale. But to me, he's always just been a good guy.
I mean, Alan, if someone would have told you that you would be like when you were a little kid that in 2013 Kane would still be wrestling, you wouldn't believe them.
No, absolutely not. Especially when because certain gimmicks just die out after a year or two. And I heard on an interview that Kane, he actually thought at first, it was going to be it for him after he feuded with Taker, but they kept rolling with it, and he became, the Hall of Famer that he is today.
Yeah, I mean, Kane's been around since. Glenn Jacobs has been around for a long time, but Kane himself, the character, 1997. We're talking about 10 years, like probably 10 years plus. 14, I want to say. 15 years. It's like, isn't it? No, 16. 16 years as Kane. It's been 16 years as Kane. He's been in this for 16 years. I mean, you don't give him props. Like, And like we can joke around that his gimmick is dull and all that stuff, but if you don't give the man props for going at this for 16 years, I don't know what's wrong with you. You have something wrong with your brain. I mean, this motherfucker doing this for 16 years is just amazing in itself. Like, and being active, it's not like Kane's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna disappear for like, yeah, he's disappeared a couple times, but he's been active almost every year. You know, he's been active for almost every year doing
Yeah,
this.
he's just a good guy. People don't understand. There's so much, people always complain on whether it's the dirt sheets or just wrestlers being idiots. The guy is just a respectable guy. It's like if you
Yeah,
understand
have we
that,
heard anything bad about Kane? That's another good point. Has anyone like in a shoot interview or anywhere at least disrespect Kane? Like I've never.
everybody loves Kane. Everyone always says he's one of the nicest guys. Even Eric Bischoff, being as bitter as he has always said Kane is one of the most, one of the biggest gentlemen. And to me, in terms of, liking the wrestler, if someone's like, that's why I don't give Big Show as much shit, because Big Show's also always been known as pretty much a good guy. Well, at least for the past 10 years. I heard back in OPW was kind of a dick, but whatever. It just, to me, it's like, if someone's good off camera, I always have respect for the guy.
Yeah, because I've never heard anything.
I like the wrestler. That's just always been mine.
I like Kane too. Kane was a badass when I was a little kid, so I would like badasses when I was kids. Now we move on forward to a new feud. You think the briefcase should have been online for Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow or no?
Maybe they're gonna do it at Night of Champions.
That's what I was thinking. I think
Rhodes go over here. Like this match is unpredictable. At first I thought, oh, Sandow's going for sure, but based on how they booked the Money in the Bank winners in recent years, how they go on losing streaks, I'm actually gonna pick Rhodes here. I think Rhodes actually wins.
I think Cody Rhodes is going to win, and also a lot of people say like the Money in the Bank losers lose a lot, and someone actually, because I always complain about it, but someone actually opened my mind to look at both sides of the coin of the Money in the Bank winners. Yeah, they should be winning more matches, but the thing is, they have a guaranteed world title shot anywhere, anytime. Why should they be booked to look dominant? I mean, it's more. I forgot what he used. He used a big word that I can't remember, but he said it's more relishing or something like that. It's more cool when an underdog comes out and cashes in the Money in the Bank briefcase, and you wouldn't expect. And I said, yeah, that's kind of true. So I think the Night of Champions match will be them with the briefcase on the line, and I feel Cody Rhodes will win this match here at Night of Champions at SummerSlam, and I think this is going to be a good match to watch. I think this is going to be a fun match to watch. I can't wait to watch this match. It's definitely one of the matches I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, and I think, some people are like, I'm not sure it's Cody's face. The thing is, I think both guys are so motivated, like re-energized.
Yeah.
They're not jobbing anymore. They're going to be on a pay-per-view match where, they're going to be in a singles match. They're just going to be fired up to finally go at each other. And they're going to have a lot to prove, especially Cody. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this match. People that are skeptical about this, you got to open your eyes.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great. I don't like people said like this match could disappoint. It's going to be boring. I'm like, nah, dude. These guys are both great workers. It's going to be fine. It's going to be a fun match to watch.
I'm looking forward to see what Rhodes can do. He has a lot of potential. I've never really been high on Clay Rhodes, but I'm willing to give his new character a chance. Although he still has a mustache and everything. But I hope. Look, they need young faces. Everyone knows that. I hope the crowd gets behind them.
Yeah, I don't know. Cody's mustache is kind of weird, but
personally, should shave it off if he wants to look more serious. But
maybe that's his identity. Like Daniel Bryan's beard is his identity.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Probably that's his new identity. Del Rio taking on Christian for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, Alan, if you ever thought Del Rio was going to face someone at SummerSlam, who did you think it was going to face?
Oh, I thought it was going to be Randy Orton.
I thought it was going to be Rob Van Dam. And it turns out to be Christian. And they're kind of giving Christian, as I like to call it, the Jeff Hardy treatment from 2009. Remember when that music video Rooftops it was like standing on the rooftops and they were showing Jeff Hardy doing all this crazy fucking shit? They gave Christian that type of moment on Raw. And he had that crazy-ass video package with a hit pop rock song. So, in all honesty, Christian's really a huge favorite in this match.
I still think Alberto will go over, unfortunately, but for people that don't know, I'm a huge Christian mark. I am a huge Christian fan, and I think he's always, to me, one of the most underrated guys in history. And it's just nice to see him featured, because you remember hearing the reports going to WrestleMania, Christian's healthy, but they had no story from him. Like, you can't get a guy as talented as him a story.
Yeah, exactly. And especially against like other talented guys, like there's the Sin Caras. I know people hate Sin Cara, but motherfucker's still kind of talented. You try to do a fucking El Mystico bullshit. You can't do that shit. Wade Barrett, Antonio Cesaro. There's a bunch of talent on that roster for fucking Sakara for Christian to feud with. Like,
yeah, exactly. You know, Fandango, if anything.
Yeah, Fandango too.
The fact they just didn't put a role for him is just pathetic. It's just like, come on now. But the fact that they're giving him a push, I forgive them. You know, I had no idea it was going to be a championship match. It's just tops off, you know, why I love this card so much. Obviously, you got the two big high-profile matches, but now you got Christian. And, you know, I know Del Rio, people find him boring or whatever, but nobody can deny his, in terms of in-ring work, his as a heel, much better as a face. You see how he, you know, focuses his attack on the arm, and as a face, he didn't do that. He just went for the submission. But you see now, he just works much better as a heel, in my opinion. It might be slow, but it's very methodical, and he knows what he's doing. So, you know, that's why I always have appreciation for Del Rio, because he is one of the best in-ring workers, and this should be a fantastic match.
Is WWE going to Mexico anytime soon?
They usually go like October, November.
Because they should be. Oh, never mind. I answered my own question. No, wait. Yeah, because no, this is SmackDown ECW, so this is old. I'm trying to figure out when they're. Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure out when they're going to Mexico, because like if they're going to Mexico, you gotta keep Del Rio as your champion. I don't care what anyone says. Like that dude is over in Mexico. Okay, that dude is huge in Mexico. So I don't know. I would like to see Christian win, but I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is where Sandow might cash in." And I don't think Sandow is going to cash in tonight. I don't think he's going to cash in. I think Christian could win this match, but I think they're going to give Del Rio the win here because, like I said, they're giving him the Jeff Hardy music video and everything, and Jeff Hardy didn't win the title when he should have. I feel this is a situation where Christian should win the belt, but he's not going to.
It's close. It really is close because I could see them actually giving him the sympathy thumb. But the thing is, like, what's the point of getting Christian another 1 month title reign? You know what I mean? It's like, you really see any point in that? But to me, I think they're gonna prolong this feud to the point where, you know, we're gonna see a rematch of Night of Champions and whatever the hell the next pay per view is. Battleground. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, I guess it's the
it's
a J. Cole song. It's a J. Cole. Isn't that one of J. Cole's new songs or something like this? Battleground. Like it's like
maybe that'll be the song instead of some Kevin Rudolph song.
Oh god!
No, I'm really excited for this match. So I think everyone should be because I know it's not a ladder match, but man, that ladder match in Extreme Rules, like I watched that a few days ago. Oh my god, that was such a special.
Oh, I know. And then when Edge came out, I was like, ha ha ha, honking the horn, and Del Rio freaked out, and then Christian came. Those fans were like, ah! And then Christian pulls it down.
Such an awesome moment. I'm just excited for Christian to be featured in a big match. I just hope this isn't the opener. You know, I think they should actually like let this be. You know, around the 9:30, 10 o'clock, not 10 o'clock. But it should be around, you know, the middle of the show. I don't want this to be the opener because then I might miss it, which I'll be really pissed off about it too. I just don't like the World Heavyweight opening up a pay-per-view. I just think the title should be somewhere in the middle where it belongs.
Yeah, because like I always said, the World Heavyweight title belt's like the new IC title nowadays. Like it's treated like it.
Put like Sandow Rhodes open up, or you know, the mixed tag.
Mm-hmm. No, I think what they might do is open it up with Kane versus Bray Wyatt.
Ooh, that would be pretty wild. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking because Rhodes and Sandow, they have a video pack. I know they have a video package for Kane and Bray Wyatt, but this could be one of those. It's one of those lazy video packages. It's not like a video package they planned out for. It's going to be one of those video packages like, hey, here comes the Master Kane coming out for the Ring of Fire match, and he's been feuding with Bray Wyatt. Insert video package here. Hey, here's Kane, and then Bray Wyatt's music hits, and then afterwards it's like the ring is surrounded by flames. Oh my goodness! Like there you go. That's how you open up SummerSlam.
All right, what's Michael Cole's? Well, not vintage. He always says, "Oh my," that's what he says.
Oh my!
So cheesy, man. Ugh.
God, how is the guy? I don't understand. Like how Michael Cole's one lucky son of a bitch. I'll just say that.
Yeah, the thing I think they're really still lacking is finding quality announcers or commentary. But then again, still far better than TNA.
Oh God, Taz just looks like he doesn't give a shit anymore.
Wait, who you got though? You got Del Rio, right? I got Del Rio.
I got Del Rio winning, but I feel Christian should win 100%.
One last question about this match: do you think Ricardo will make an appearance?
Yes.
You think so? And what's he gonna? Is he gonna try to screw over Del Rio?
No, what's going to happen is Christian's about to win the match, and then out comes Ricardo through the crowd, and everyone's gonna be like, ah! And then afterwards, he's gonna beat up Del Rio, and the ref's gonna be down during this moment, and so everyone thinks the ref's gonna be down and that Christian's going to win and all that other shit, and everyone's like all happy, and then all of a sudden the ref actually wakes up and rings the bell to DQ for Del Rio to win, and this causes. This causes Del Rio to walk out laughing his ass off, and then the fans are going to be upset, getting more heel heat on Del Rio, and then Christian's going to be like, "It's okay, Ricardo, it's okay," and all this other shit. So that's what I think is going to happen.
If that happens, man, I'm gonna #9 times one more match. include Triple H in it, please.
The Triple
H. More match. Yeah, I'm really excited for that match. I know the feud hasn't really been built up. I think the build up has been decent. I hope it's SmackDown. They actually have back and forth on the mic just to do it for the hell of it. But whatever, I'm happy with this match.
Yeah. Now we got the Beast versus the Best. CM Punk taking on Brock Lesnar, and everyone's like, "Is this going to be a no holds barred match?" Okay, let's just think about this. Brock Lesnar, since returning to the WWE, how many regular singles matches has this fucker been in?
0. I thought he was in a regular match with Cena, but then I remember him using his steel steps.
Yeah, 0. Okay, Lesnar is going. This is going to be like what happened in the beginning of SummerSlam 2012, where Triple H is like, "You don't stop this match, only I stop this match, and then when none of us can continue walking, that's the winner, And Triple H was just all like, rubbing his duct tape, putting on his fake MMA gloves that he likes to wear nowadays. That's what he does. He makes his fucking duct tape look like they're fucking MMA gloves. It's ridiculous. He should just write UFC on the fucking thumbs just to pretend he's in the UFC too. But Punk versus Lesnar, this is going to be a fucking awesome match because it's going to be a no holds barred, beat 'em up. If it is a regular match, I'm going to be a bit disappointed. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be a bit disappointed because it's going to be a good storytelling match. This match is going to have great storytelling in it, and we're going to finally see CM Punk beat up Paul Heyman. But I think Brock Lesnar needs to win this match. You can't have him lose to CM Punk because this guy is a former UFC champion. This guy is an attraction. Like, people don't understand. There's a difference between being on a regular on the main roster and being an attraction. If you're a regular on the main roster, WWE can do whatever the fuck they want to make you look better. But if you're an attraction, you're only featured every so often. And if Brock loses this match, people are going to be like, I don't want to watch the guy that just lost to CM Punk on SummerSlam take on Taker. And then people are going to be like, oh, Taker just beat CM Punk last WrestleMania, so what gives Brock Lesnar a chance to beat Taker at all? If he is facing Taker, or if he is facing The Rock. I mean, The Rock beat CM Punk, and Brock Lesnar can't even beat CM Punk, so what would make Brock Lesnar believable to beat The Rock, So he needs to win this match, Brock, but I do expect CM Punk to get his hands on Paul Heyman, and that would cost him the match, allowing Brock Lesnar to win, and a lot of internet fans to cry.
You think they'll be that upset? I think.
Dude, I was in a chat room for when I was watching Raw via stream because I have Uverse now, so I can't watch it on my TV because it doesn't come on until West Coast time. All of these motherfuckers were just like, "Fuck Brock! Yeah, fuck yeah! CM Punk beat Brock Lesnar's ass. Brock should fucking die. I hope CM Punk kills Brock in the middle of the ring. I hope he gets diverticulitis again." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, these people just hate him."
What chat room is this?
I don't fucking WMR. Those fuckers down there, they're crazy. I was just like, I know people like Brock Lesnar. Like, I like Brock Lesnar. I have nothing wrong with Brock Lesnar.
Well, we don't sponsor them. That's pretty freaky. But
yeah, I did not know people were that hated Brock Lesnar. Those crazy internet fans do, but I don't. So I just feel Brock should win this match.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I was gonna bring up how Brock needs this win because they're gonna want to put him in the main event. I keep hearing reports whether it's Brock or Taker, and look, wins. I know some people are like, oh, wins don't really matter. For a guy like Brock Lesnar, yes, they still do matter because people have still memories. They're gonna remember if Brock beat the 5'9" CM Punk. And another thing is does CM Punk really need a win? To me, he had that crazy title reign. He's still being booked well. He hasn't really lost. It's to me, it doesn't hurt here. He could lose, but still look great. Like he could look, down, but he had a fighting chance. He really gave it his all. And another thing is the reason why I think it's also gonna be no disqualification is look how much weapons they've used. Look what you look at the attacks.
Yeah.
It's like, and plus, do people really think CM Punk could really get that much offensive without using weapons? Like to me, what this kind of reminds you of in a way? Shane McMahon versus Kane.
Yeah. The ambulance match.
Well, yeah, both that and their last thing. To me, it's like you can't have Shane McMahon fight Kane because, how can I expect Shane to get that much offensive without using a kendo stick or a chair or a steel steps? To me, that's how Punk's going to use most of his offense. And look, I know some people are like, oh, Punk, he does the whole MMA, he does jiu-jitsu. It's like, yeah, that helps, but it's a point. It's Brock Lesnar outweighs him by over 100 pounds.
Yeah.
And CM Punk isn't this crazy athlete like Rey Mysterio to the point where, he could do some sick hurt on his side. You're not going to see that. Punk's, in a way, is somewhat beaten down now. He's going to have to use his craftiness to get offense in on Brock, which means he's going to have to use some weapons. So. I think to me, no holds barred.
And just like I said in the MMA podcast with Alan, just because you know jiu-jitsu does not mean you know how to use jiu-jitsu. It doesn't matter. Just because they have it doesn't mean they know how to use it. We both said that we hope we get to see the Frank Mir toe lock spot, that we get to see that happen during the match. Aren't you excited if they do pull that off?
That would be pretty cool because I can't think of anything else. Because Punk, based on interviews, I think he admires Brock. I think he's a huge fan of Brock, and they would like to do something cool. And Brock's willing to do whatever.
Brock is like, people think Brock's like the meanest son of a bitch. No, Brock's like cool. He's like, yeah, man, I'll do it. Brock doesn't care as long as he's getting.
Man. He really is willing to sell whatever. Like remember when Punk went for that clothesline jump off the table? Brock jumped up and took him. Like, shit.
Yeah, no, because Brock knows, fuck, I'm getting paid this much money to entertain these fans, and Brock knows what it is to be an entertainer, and he's gonna do it because he knows that WWE is paying him a shitload of money. I mean, that's what I like about Brock Lesnar. He's someone that goes above and beyond to entertain us, the fans. He's not selfish. I mean, he doesn't care if he loses matches or anything. Like when people say, "Oh yeah, Brock," that report that he was pissed off about how the Cena match ended. I guarantee you that was all part of Brock Lesnar's entertainment routine, and WWE wanted to throw us off our internet fans. Like, I don't think Brock was pissed off because Cena got up after the match. I don't think that's true. If you heard that report, Brock knows how to entertain us fans. He's a fucking awesome entertainer / wrestler. I can't wait for this match. I feel this match should main event, but I understand why it's not. I understand because only one man can be the main event of SummerSlam, Alan.
I actually disagree. I think it's going to be main event because look what they did on Raw. They put that in the main event. To me, I think they're featuring that more, but who knows? But
there's only one man, Alan, that can main event SummerSlam. You know this.
But hey, Brock main evented last year.
Yeah, but he was facing against that one man.
Yeah. Oh wait, I know where you're getting at. I was thinking Cena first, but now I'm like, wait.
No, there's only one that can main event the SummerSlam, and that is the game Triple H.
Well, hold on a bit. Just think about this though. The only time Brock has a main event of pay-per-view is when the Rock was on it. When you think about it, so. I still 50-50, but I'm actually going to lean towards Cena and Lesnar, to be honest. I think they're going to end up with that because they really featured that match. But wait, what was your prediction? You predict Brock? Because I'm predicting Brock.
No, I'm predicting Brock. But if Punk wins, I'm not going to be like, fuck this. I'm going to be a little bit upset because because I'm someone who watches MMA. Unlike most of you people that watch one UFC card and stopped watching because you guys say the fights are boring. Okay, I actually watch MMA, and Brock Lesnar has beaten Hall of Famers like Randy Couture and Frank fucking Mir, and I cannot take. I will believe him losing to Triple H. Fine, I can take that. Losing to Triple H, fine. Losing to John Cena, I'm on the borderline, but fine. But not to CM Punk. I'm sorry, I can't see Brock losing to Punk. Against guys his size, sure, because we saw Kane Velasquez do that.
Bring up that, basically Punk, he could afford a loss. Yeah, I'm picking Brock, and also don't forget Punk went over Monday night, right?
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. And plus, Punk is still going to look like a winner in this storyline because he's still going to beat the shit out of Heyman in this match. That's the most important part. And Brock Lesnar is still the beast. I'd be surprised if Brock Lesnar did show up the night after. Do you think they're going to try to set up Brock for someone? Because,
You know what would be funny if they do? They'll say, "Oh, Brock's leaving again, like last summer.
Brock's gone. He's
I've done everything to do. I'm leaving. You know, I have nothing left to accomplish." 4 months later, The Rock's cutting a promo. Dun, 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 dun. The beast is back. I don't know, but I won't be too upset if Punk wins, but just for business and what to do in the future, I think, I think I'd give it to Brock. And plus, aren't they booking Punk to be a guy that's still somewhat lost with himself? He's not truly confident with who he is.
Yeah, and they can also do like a redemption storyline better than the John Cena one, and you can have, because like I've heard rumors that Punk is the favorite to win the Royal Rumble this year, and what better way than a redemption storyline for him to win the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, he can actually play up how this was kind of the worst year. Wow, look at us, man. We're segueing because remember last year, Cena's like, I had the worst
year. What worst year? You fucking fired the worst enemy.
One person clean. Well, Punk is put over The Rock and Taker clean. They could actually have Punk, not lose every match, but lose a lot of pay-per-view matches and say this is going to be my year, and then he wins the Rumble. Yeah, that would be actually a really good story.
Yeah, because
I listening WWE. I don't have to listen.
Yeah, they probably are listening. They probably are. Vince, I'll tweet this to my homie Triple H. He will listen. We're cool. I call Triple H on the weekends. But now we get on to the main event, because this will be the main event because Triple H is the special guest referee. Don't think this match is about John Cena and Daniel Bryan. Okay, this match is not about John Cena and Daniel Bryan. Match is all about the game Triple H. But I expect great things from Cena and Bryan. I expect the crowd to be fucking hot during this match. I expect Triple H to have another badass moment where both guys are going to be counted out by Triple H, and Triple H is like, Noah, get back in the ring, and throw them back in the ring. I expect some good things in this match, but this match will be very Attitude Era-esque with the cluster fuckiness we're going to see in this match. Vince will be running out, Maddox will be running out, and then all of a sudden, once Daniel Bryan wins that belt, I hear voices in my head, Randy Orton will come out there and cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase, beating Daniel Bryan, setting up a great feud that will end at Hell in a Cell with Daniel Bryan becoming WWE Champion after so much disrespect. And I think that will be perfect how you end off SummerSlam, and you have Triple H support Daniel Bryan, and you have Vince support Randy Orton. I think that will happen.
Perfectly, but the thing is, it's weird. Orton's not being featured at all at this SummerSlam, but they're featuring him as, the guy. He's a threat to possibly cash in. I think it's a given that Orton's going to cash in. It's pretty obvious. But are you certain that maybe Triple H will turn absolute face? Like, he's going to stick with Bryan? Or you could see him possibly going with...
No, because what they're going to do is they're going to have... I think a lot of people think this match might be a clusterfuck, but what I think will happen is this match will actually be very clean, and that Daniel Bryan will beat John Cena in this match. And I think he will make Mr. Cena tap out. And everyone's going to be like, Chase, what type of drugs are you taking? I'm not taking any. I'm saying he will make Daniel Bryan will make Cena to tap out. Cena's foot might be underneath the rope. Okay? There's a technicality there.
2011 all over again?
Exactly. But Daniel Bryan will make him tap out, and then out comes Randy Orton. But he doesn't come out with the regular referee. He comes out with Brad Maddox, and Vince is with Orton. And Triple H is like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, not without a microphone, just screaming at Vince. And Vince is like, I'm giving the fans what they want. And then fans will be upset. And then later on, Brad Maddox will hand over the Money in the Bank briefcase. Daniel Bryan will hold the WWE Championship tired. And then he will put up a valiant fight, but Randy Orton will get the win. And Brad Maddox will count fast, and Orton will turn heel, aligning himself with Vince. Triple H will be aligned with Bryan, and they're going to make it where Triple H is Bryan's guy and Vince's guy is Randy Orton. And John Cena, he will just be doing whatever John Cena does best, selling T-shirts, smiling, doing Make-A-Wishes, maybe feuding with someone, who knows. But I really do feel that they're going to try to get Cena out of the main event scene for a while. I do feel like they're like, hey, you know what? We got something going good with this Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan feud. I think that I feel Cena will be at Night of Champions, but he'll be the fall guy. I think Cena will take a step back for a little bit.
Well, I think I'm not gonna say I'm pretty sure, but I do have a feeling that he's actually gonna take time off because elbow surgery is serious, man. Elbow is a very important
Oh,
tool of
please.
the body.
Cena
So
taking time off. I mean, the dude had a torn pectoral muscle and came back 3 months earlier. Dude had a broken neck and came back in a month. Cena taking time off at the elbow surgery, he'll be fine after 3 weeks.
yeah, I guess. And the thing is, though, wait, didn't he take like a few weeks off in October? Like to me, I think like the fall season, WWE knows like, yeah, we're not gonna do well in business. Let's just whatever.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I guess Cena can take a break
It's
here.
time for Cena to take off when you think about it.
I mean, because, yeah, Sheamus will be off. Cena will be off. It'll be refreshing TV. And then when Cena comes back, everyone will be excited. I almost feel like WWE should just sign Cena to a Legends contract now while they have a chance. And just have Cena appear every once in a while instead of having to appear every week. Because I think Cena works as a great attraction. I feel he's a great attraction for people.
Yeah, but thing is, they still view him as the guy, and he's still the face of the company. You don't want the face of the company only still being an attraction.
Yeah, that's
to me, he's still at least another 5 years. I think he's going to be on the full season.
Oh,
Maybe when he
no.
gets 40, it could change.
I got Cena only going 3 more years before he shuts down.
Ooh.
I think he's about to shut down. I don't think Cena is. I don't think Cena is fully capable of going extra years. I feel like his body's going to shut down before I feel like Cena would say himself, I can go 10 more years. But Cena's not one of those guys I don't think is like doing a bunch of painkillers and shit like Kurt Angle.
So you're saying he's kind of like Edge. Like Edge just kind of walked away. Although Edge was actually forced to leave.
Yeah, like I feel like Cena, that could be the possibility here. I mean, he has a broken neck. He has bad muscles all around. Like the dude's sore. The dude must be like he's what, 36, Cena?
37. I was 35, but 30. Yeah, he's somewhere around that.
He's around that age. He's going to be vulnerable. Like he's a 35-year-old in a 50-year-old's body. His body is not as great. Like yes, it's 36. Yeah, he's up there in age, and his body's just torn down. He's just torn down. He's like Donald Driver. He just can't do it anymore.
I'm not sure about that comparison. Maybe he's Peyton Manning. No, not
Randy Moss in his old days.
Okay, I was trying to think of a quarterback who used to be very elite, but now he's kind of broke. I don't know, maybe better.
Tom Brady. Tom Brady. He's kind of.
I mean, he's healthy though, Yeah. How about Ben Roethlisberger?
But Big Ben's young. He still has time to bounce back in his career.
That is true.
Tom Brady's like, you need to win now, otherwise it's over for him.
Well, honestly, like to be seen, he's obviously he got a great promo on Monday, which was kind of rare, but. I thought he did a good job. I actually thought he got the better of Bryan, believe it or not.
Yeah, same here. I thought Cena sounded much more better than Bryan, but everyone. But I just like I don't hate Cena or anything, but if he is taking a break, good for him. But if he isn't, I don't think he's taking a break. I just don't think he's taking a break because I feel Cena can still be used for feuds like with the Wyatt family and everything. I feel there's still use for Cena to stay around. I mean. They can put him in a tag match. Yeah, they can just put him in a tag match. He's fine.
All right. I don't know, man. I just got that itch, that feeling that he's actually gonna take like at least like a month off or something. But who knows?
A month off? Okay, I guess if it's a month off, I'll believe that. But if it's like if it's 4+ months, I don't believe it.
Yeah, no, they're gonna be like, see, we need to get the rating back up to 3.2. Come back, please.
Wait, what? That shitty TV show? What's a shitty TV show that's getting more ratings than Raw? There's probably a bunch of them. Something really bad. I know there's something really bad getting more ratings. Like, oh wait, Psych passed us up on the USA ratings. Better get headed over there. Yeah, that's like probably the worst one. Because like I like Burn Notice and Necessary Roughness on the USA Network, and the new one. But yeah. And plus, also, Breaking Bad's back and all those other shows. So they need some shit. Total Divas is boosting up the WWE ratings.
So I'm still content on saying I don't think he's gonna tap him out. I think Bryan will win by roll up, like he's kind of been doing for the past few months. Win by roll up, He's gonna be very banged up, and then boom, Orton's gonna come out. You're gonna be jumping in joy.
200,
RKO.
200 dislikes on my video when Randy Orton wins the title because everyone won't understand storylines and they're just pissed off that Daniel Bryan got screwed, but it's okay.
Absolutely. You summed it up perfectly.
Exactly.
It's just, I think the big question now is who's going to join who, Vince or Triple H? Because I got a feeling, man, maybe Triple H will be the one turning heel and all some crazy swerve. But if you look at it though right now, it's Vince that's criticizing Bryan. You look at the whole the shaving and the shaving segment with Wade the Barber Barrett
I just feel like because Vince, he said it both. He doesn't want Daniel Bryan or Cena to win a match. He wants both of them to explode in particles of dust. So I just think that's why he would choose Orton, because Orton would be the guy that he would want to win instead of anyone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand.
That's the only reason why I'm choosing Bryan to be with Triple H, because Triple H has always been, I think it's funny. I think the roles are reversed in real life backstage. I think Triple H is kind of like, I don't know about Daniel Bryan. I like the kid, but I don't know. But Vince is like, I like this Daniel Bryan kid. Push him to the moon. Like, I feel the roles are reversed backstage, where Triple H is kind of like, but while Vince is like, ass. Because Vince, Vince likes you when he's feuding with you. That's the telltale sign you are getting pushed. If Vince is feuding with you, if you don't have Vince, it's not Shane, it's not Stephanie, it is not the game himself, Triple H. If Vince is feuding with you, if Vince is interacting with you, you know he likes you, and you're going to be pushed to the fucking moon. I mean, look at Bobby Lashley. That motherfucker was loved by Vince.
Oh boy, Bobby Lashley, what a name! But no, I do understand what you're saying. Yeah, they're totally behind Bryan right now, and he's going to be featured a lot in the next few months. He's going to be main eventing, and I'm just really looking forward to this match because it's pretty much a fresh match. What they have, maybe 2 matches against each other.
I can't recall besides the Velocity 2003 match they had against each other.
Well, I remember last year during the summer, I think Cena and Bryan had like a 13-man match. It was main evented role, and it was pretty good. But yeah, I'm just really excited for John Cena. He always steps up his game when he's going against a great worker, whether it's Punk and Ziggler. Now he's going against Bryan, which is relatively fresh, and it's just going to be really fun. And I'm just wondering how the crowd reaction is going to be because obviously Bryan's super over, but I don't know. I don't think LA is going to boo Cena too much.
Well. See, the thing is, it's interesting for SummerSlam because when I was there for 2011, Cena got a lot of boos and Punk was cheered, but the crowd wasn't as hot as the Money in the Bank match. Like the Money in the Bank match, the crowd was hot because obviously that's Punk's hometown and stuff. For this one, I feel Daniel Bryan's just going to be hot because he has a yes chant. Like if he didn't have yes chant, everyone would be like, eh. But with the yes chant, I feel like he's very hot with that. So I feel like we're going to hear a great crowd reaction during that. Not super great like a Chicago or anywhere else, like in New York or anything, but pretty better than most LA crowds, I'll say that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Better than most.
Yeah, you look at like catchphrases, like you look at RVD. That's why I think, I think a lot of people are happy that Rob Van Dam is back, but to the extent that, it does help that you have a catchphrase like a Ryback. That's why I think Ryback got really over, obviously, was the damn catchphrases.
Yeah, feed me more, but what's Ryback now?
It's crazy. Ryback's not even on the card now.
Poor Ryback. Ryback doesn't rule anymore. Alan, any final thoughts about WWE Summerslam?
I am extremely excited. I cannot wait for this. It's been a while, obviously, like I said, probably since Survivor Series. I just think it's all around going to be a really good show. Ignore the Divas crap. The mixed tag's probably going to be nothing special, but... and go with the right mindset going to the Wyatt Kane match. Don't think this is going to be some incredible match. Like, that's what I understand. Like, people are shitting on this match, but they weren't shitting on, Cena, Mark Henry, and nobody was expecting that to be a technical masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's the point, it's just storytelling. They're going to tell a story of Wyatt and Kane. It's going to be pretty damn fun. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. What will happen at this show is a major bust. Like, this show is, like, such a disappointment for you. But it just...
I think that's possible.
There's possibilities. I always see good... Like, I always felt like this year for WWE is weird. Where, like, WrestleMania 29, it had a very good card, but it was very disappointing. But when you come down to, like, Payback, that's one of their better shows of this year, and that was just like a throwaway pay per view.
That's a good point. Yeah. What can go wrong? I'm trying to think. I don't know. Maybe if Cena beats Bryan clean, that would just really turn off people.
And instead of Bryan getting cashed in, it's John Cena, and we just get Cena versus Orton again.
Oh, fuck. Ugh, come on, man. Don't say that.
Just thinking here, if that happens.
Dude, thank God Monday Night Football's coming back if that's the case.
Monday Night Football. I don't know. They don't really have that many good games this year, in my personal opinion.
I know, but dude, I just Cena Orton, man. I just can't. I don't know. To me, it's just terrible. What the hell is the point of doing that? I know some people will say, it's been a few years since that happened. Still, it's so redundant,
It's been so many years since that happened, but yeah, my final thoughts about SummerSlam. I expect this to be an awesome show. I suggest if you have money, you buy it, and if you have friends, get some beers and watch it. All your other TV shows can wait. Those Dexters and those Breaking Bad shows everyone likes, I feel like can be put on hold. I'm putting Dexter on hold for SummerSlam, which is kind of disappointing because next week's Dexter's going to be fucking awesome. But even then, just put them on hold, watch SummerSlam. And yeah, I'm just disappointed I have school the next day because I don't want this to be like a crazy show where I'm up all night talking to everybody about it, especially if Orton wins. I'm going to be up all night and then I have to go to a stats class way tired.
Yeah, I think the ultimate, in terms of looking at SummerSlam is, I hope Orton does cash in. Yes, I am saying people because think about it, you'll finally get Orton as a heel. You won't get him as a bland babyface anymore, and you'll get Daniel Bryan even more over as a sympathy babyface.
That's what I say to people, like Daniel Bryan.
Sympathetic, I should say, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing wrong with Orton cashing on Bryan because then you're just getting another fresh feud, and then Brock hopefully goes over. Christian Del Rio, whatever happens to that match, I'm going to be happy with. If Christian doesn't win, I will be a little bummed out, just on an emotional standpoint, because I'm so much of a big fan of his. But, I understand why they want to push Del Rio. He is very talented, but
yeah,
I'm still for it.
I feel Christian Del should win. Anyways, guys, that's it for this edition of Chasing Allen Talks. If you guys like Allen, which you guys should, if you don't, it's ridiculous to me. Follow Allen on Twitter at Alan Stirk. All of Allen's writing material of the websites he writes for is down there, and people are like, Chase, how do I search that up? Just search Alan Stirk on the website. It's easy enough. It's not that hard. But search it up and look up his MMA articles and his NFL articles. One of my personal favorites, the Allen and the Ace article, will be coming back soon, so I can't wait to read that during the NFL seasons. Also, follow me on Twitter at ChaseAlber68, and that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast predicting WWE Summerslam 2013. Looks to be an excellent show, and hopefully it is an excellent show.
Hey, when do you think we're going to do a recap? I think probably the week after we'll probably do a recap of it, because I think this is a show that, this definitely deserves a recap.
Yeah, we can do it a week after. I have no problem with that.
I know you do your review, and that's totally understandable. Maybe we'll wait till after Raw.
The review is just like abridged of what happened on the show.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because I really do want to talk about it, because like I said, it's as Chase, you could well document this. Remember, I think it was like a day before. What was it, Payback? When I said, "Man, I'm just done with wrestling."
Yeah, he messaged me on Facebook. I'm done with wrestling. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Most people say talk more about MMA and sports, so I'm fine with that. And then all of a sudden he's like, all right, I'm fucking back. Mark Henry just pulled off an epic move, and now he's back into it.
I think the Wyatt family was debuting, and Punk was back. And just everything came together. Oh, and Christian returned. It's like that episode's like, yeah, I'm done with this. Then everything just came together. I'm like, usually I'm not that person. Like, I always want to stick with something. But I'm just getting so frustrated at that point. And then I'm like, I can't get rid of this. It's finally getting good again,
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
It's always the summertime when WWE decides to fucking turn it up, and it's amazing when they do. But yeah, we will have a SummerSlam recap for you guys. So for all those people that don't like that I do short reviews, well, guess what? You guys will get a long debriefing about WWE SummerSlam. For me and Alan here, I hope you guys have a good day. Start school. Be safe. Don't do anything stupid in school, like drink and shit. Anyways, I'm out of here. Peace.